So today I am downtown Vero Beach, Florida, and we're going to go into a store called Vintage Vero. Let's go and see what they have. Okay, I just talked to the owner. He gave me permission. Look at that table right there. There's 3 elephants holding this table up. There's some very unique pieces in this store. It's either vintage, antique, or it can be new, but it's all high-end furniture and home decor. It's a very large store, so I'm going to take you through it right now. Let's go. Now here's a vintage piece. This is the cow jumped over the moon cookie jar from the 1940s. Nice piece. Here's those lucite grapes that you often see sitting on a coffee table or something. I've never seen them cut like this and mounted on artwork. Isn't that nice? Hey, look at this beautiful table. That would make a great dining room table. But you know what else it would be good for? A conference table in an office. I love that grain. And this room has large pieces of artwork. Look at this desk. It's made out of live wood, the live edge wood. That's really nice. Here is a massive cabinet. It's really tall. It's European. For something, I really like how the wire is. I'm attracted to that instead of glass. I guess that's more of an updated look. There's some Yadros in this case right here. There's a bride Yadro. I don't know if I ever saw that one. But there's some more down here. And the clowns are also Yadro. Found some swung vases. Look at this green. Now this is a Fenton piece. It's $90. That's really not a bad price for that. And here's an amber. That's nice. I really like these oyster plates. They're hand painted. And what a nice piece of art they make too. And look at the way they're displayed. They put molding on the wall and then some fabric, and then they hung the plates on it. What a great thing to do in your own home. Look at these beautiful lamps. They are hand painted. And look at the harps. They have the adjusting mechanism on here. You could adjust for the shade, whatever size shade you have. That's a neat thing. You don't see that anymore. I always found these tables to be interesting. It's the wood part of a tree. I guess it's the root system, it looks like. Then there's another one right here. It's a coffee table. All it needs is the glass. Isn't that neat? They have these pins here. They look like the juggling ones that clowns and circus people use. Here's a beautiful antique display case. Yeah, it has a drawer right here. I love that wood. I love the grain in it. Here's something that's always fun, is these stone fruits. You know, the watermelon here. This chair is really cool. Let me see what the tag says. It is cane chair. It's from the 1970. It is double caned. There's a layer on this side and then a layer on the outside. So you can, if you see through it, like I can see through it, you can see the double layers through there. Here is a Murano lamp. You can see the white is the Latticino. Get that close up. That is really nice. Let me see what they're asking. $250. Beautiful piece. Isn't that a beautiful piece? Wow, marble top. They also have some mid-century modern pieces in here. Look at that table. Then here's another dresser over here. Okay, Okay, so I found some paperweights. Y'all know I love my paperweights. These are signed. They have the initial CW on them. They're $30 each. Not bad. That's a really good price for them. Look at this chandelier. It is shaped like a boat. It is called the Santa Maria. I bet you none of your friends have that in their house. That is just gorgeous. Here's another chandelier. Now this is for a very large room. That's really nice. Looks like it's sold. I really like this fish pottery bowl. It's not glazed, except the handles and just certain pieces have the glaze, and there's glaze on the inside and under the lid. It's different. I really like that. There's all kinds of prints here on canvas that's ready to frame. I bet you that's fun to look through. Look at this old water fountain. It has the little one on the side here for the kids. Now, I don't think that's for sale. This might be left over from when this building was a bank at one time. Here's the old vault when it was a bank, but it's an employees only area, so we're not even going to peek in. But you could get some clothing here too. Here's some nice leather jackets. This store really has a little bit of everything. It's a really neat store. You could even buy a throne here. Look at that chair. All the wood carvings on it. Quite interesting. Here's some Blendo that's barware. Now this pitcher has no handle on it, so you would have to hold it like under here. I've never seen this before actually. I do come across a lot of Blendo, but I've never seen it on a pedestal like that. It's beautiful. I like the orange too. Here's some beautiful Portuguese pottery in different plates. Isn't that pretty? Here's some, I don't know, bookends. They're nice. And look at this. They're little cantaloupes and little bowl fillers. That's different. Here's some of the newer furniture. Isn't that pretty? I like those wing chairs. This buffet is really nice too. Now here is a plastic tray, but look at the wood inlay in there. Yep. That's so whimsical. I just love that. I really like that color. I like the way they have it styled too. They have a mirror on the top. Let's see how much this piece is. $399. Okay. This style furniture is really big here in Florida, especially here on the coast.
Yeah. When are you coming in?
Let's see here. It's also $399.
Okay. Well,
Thank you for shopping with me at Vintage Vero. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.